place in my life. He was there for me. He was right there for me. And we kind of started a friendship right then and there. And that friendship just kind of blossomed over our lives. And there's several stories that kind of portray this friendship that we had in the big brother, little brother relationship. A few of those that I'd like to share with you. First off, one was we were in our backyard, actually up in a field behind our backyard, playing some pickup soccer one time. And I know it's hard to believe, but Adam wasn't very athletic. And, so I was being a little more serious at the time. I was kind of getting into the game, and Adam was over there making flower wreaths or something. I was kind of getting a little physical with a guy that was a couple years older than me, ended up being Adam's age. And Adam happened to see that, and so he comes out of nowhere and just tackles this guy because he was messing with me. And Adam gets on top of this guy and just starts beating him up. What any big brother would do for his little brother. And so after that, I remember our arms were around each other and we walked back to our house. And from that moment on, I knew that he had my back. And that continued through high school, through college. Adam was always my biggest fan. I was, like I said, more the athlete than Adam. And since he never made any of the teams in high school, he was always in the student section. He would be the front row. He was the head of the student section. He'd have his face painted. He would have flags and everything, yelling. Cheering for me a lot of the times. In fact, I remember one time where the athletic director from the opposing school was chasing him out of the gym, trying to find the police to get him for yelling obscenities and I don't know, that's the opponents, but that's the kind of love and passion that he had for me. But I think the story that kind of summarizes our relationship most, which he told this as best man at my wedding, so I'm going to tell it from a different point of view for his wedding. When we were little, we lived in Parkersburg, West Virginia, kind of out in the middle, not in the middle of nowhere, but out in the country. And when we were little, we'd swing on the swing set. My dad would be out there videoing. We had this on video. And I was in a diaper and nothing else. And I came up to my dad on the camera and say, "Daddy, I gotta go pee." And being that we were in Parkersburg, West Virginia, my dad said, "Go on behind the tree over there." Sure, no one cares. So I proceed to walk towards the tree, and then Adam comes up to my dad in the camera and says, "Daddy, I'll help him." So we go over behind this tree, and Adam takes my pants and pulls me down and kind of guides me. He uses his hands to guide my fall with my shoe. And I'm standing there meanwhile, oblivious to everything, just honking my nose. And Adam, being the big brother that he is you can see the look on his face, he's just so proud that he's helping me. And he in turn pulls my diaper back up, and it's about halfway up my butt, and we go right back on to swinging on the swing set. Well, from that moment on,
fun of me a lot, they're mean to me, they like to pretend like they hate me. But I think that their behavior shows something a little bit different. Andy married Ashlyn, who looks exactly like me. She's really pretty. Adam is marrying an Alli, so I mean, I know that Adam and Andy are Mountaineer fans, but they're taking this West Virginia heritage a little too far. And I mean, it is going to be a little weird. People ask me, like, is it going to be weird that there's going to be another Alli Hundley? Yeah, it is going to be a little weird. It is. But you know, hopefully my name will be Alli Hundley forever, right? Right?
Yeah, so anyway, there we were, 3 dudes just hanging out. And typically in a situation like this where you have 3 siblings, the older sibling tends to pick on the younger siblings. Well, that wasn't the case with us. We learned at a young age that Adam would give the best reactions to any type of bullying or picking on or anything that we would do to him. From crying to screaming, throwing fits. One time I remember he chased me around the house with a baseball bat.
Speaking of baseball, Adam is terrible at sports. If that hasn't been established, just know it. So, but what he lacks in athletic prowess, he somewhat makes up for in his musical ability. Music has always been Adam's passion. I mean, he put on a show up there, y'all saw it. So music is really what he's always been about. He's been in several bands throughout the years. In fact, some of his former bandmates are here tonight. So yeah, music was always his passion, and we were, happy to support him. And I was going to comment a little further on his musical career, but he requested that we keep the jokes to a minimum. So.
Yeah, and because of all of Adam's music engagements, he was often traveling around, oftentimes for multiple months. And then 1 year after he graduated, he was gone for the summer. It might actually have been when he was gone with Ben down in Virginia. I can't remember where he was at that time, but he was gone for the whole summer. And Allie and I were back home, and we knew the date that Adam was getting back to the house, so we decided, hey, let's welcome him home, right? So we took about a week, and in his room, we covered every surface, the bed, the ceiling, the fan, everything in newspaper. Just covered everything in newspaper, just thinking, hey, it'll get a good rise out of Adam, and it's Adam, right? So he comes home, and lo and behold, we get the reaction we want. He freaks out, runs around, I just want to go to bed, and you guys are covering my bed in newspaper, all that stuff. So from that moment on, it was like, we got to do this every time he leaves home. So over the next several years, he would travel and be away for several months at a time. And Allie and I would kind of collaborate and come up with a different thing to do in his room each time. We, similar to newspaper, we covered everything in garbage bags one time. We took the light bulbs out and hung fishing line everywhere. We toilet papered the whole room. We inflated over 300 balloons one time and filled his room with balloons. We also hung up pictures of all of his ex-girlfriends. So that one didn't take too long. There was like 1 or 2 pictures hanging up. But anyway, that was just our way of telling Adam that we love him. That was our show of our love.
So then, like 2 Thanksgivings ago, when Adam hadn't been home for a while and we heard he was bringing some girl home, we were like, well, obviously we have to do something. And we heard that he really liked this girl, so we were like, we need to save her. We need to help her escape. But we thought, what better time than the first time she's meeting all of our family for her to just really see how Hundleys do things. So we, Andy and I went out to Walmart and we bought 100 tea light candles, kind of like what's here today. We bought bags of rose petals, and we just covered Adam's room in them. And then I used my artistic side and made a lovely banner that said, "Marry me?" ? And I hung it from the ceiling. Then with a little help from the lovely ballad by 98 Degrees, I Do, we had that playing, and the room was ready. So we knew that my mom and dad were picking them up from the airport, and they would bring them home, and we knew that Adam would be like, oh, well, Adam, Andy and Allie probably did something in my room, let's just go look at it. So they would come up to the room, and really at that point we were thinking she could have had one of 2 reactions. Either she was going to be totally repulsed by it, and it would speed up an inevitable breakup. We'd like help them out, or she'd be kind of into it, and we'd be helping them out. So, I think it's pretty clear you can thank for today because she's still here. So.
However, what amazed us through this whole thing was Adam's reaction to this prank. We've done all these pranks and got all these great reactions that we've got through our whole life. But then this time, this prank, we didn't get any of that. Adam kind of laughed with us. He perpetuated the joke and kind of went on with it. And it was that point that we realized that Allie had ruined the Adam that we came to know and love. So other than that, physically, she changed him as well. He got rid of those awful gauges, that nasty mop top on his head, that nose ring that was mentioned previously by Charles. But you know, she also had good changes as well, like we talked about. He's back in church leading worship. They're leading together. I know from my standpoint, with my wife Ashlyn, looking at you guys, it's something that we strive for, to see you two serving together, and just to see you two leading others and just working for Christ that way. It's something that, as a big brother, that's what I look up to.
You know, Adam can sometimes be like a fickle guy. Some things we've noticed over the years is, you know, he'll get a new phone and 2 seconds later it sucks. And then like, that's what he says. And then like, he'll get a new job and 2 days later it sucks. But this quality, and it's getting better, this quality in him has made it really evident of the things that he cares about and the things that he's passionate for. Because when Adam cares about something, he pursues it relentlessly until he succeeds. Whether it was when you were little and he had a new Lego set and he didn't stop until he had it all put together, or he was directing and producing wrestling videos in our basement, perfect. To when he had more grown-up pursuits like getting a job and really being dedicated to it and getting promotions and just truly, you know, working his best until he succeeded in that.
And this whole pursuit thing that we're talking about has never been more apparent to us than it is with their relationship and the way that we see Adam pursue Allie and just the kind of love and passion that he has for her. And as much jokes and goofiness as we say up here and we give to you guys, Allie, I know that Adam will never stop pursuing you, and he's not going to give up on you at all, because I've seen it his whole life, and it's never been more apparent than with you two.
Allie, we're so proud and honored to have you joining our family today. I kind of talked about this earlier, and I just love to see the man that Adam has become because of your influence. I see Jesus more and more in him because of you, and that's what a great marriage is. I think it's so cool to see when two believers come together and they can do more for the kingdom as a couple than they could do on their own, and I think that's what makes marriage great, and I definitely see that with you guys. So know that we're for you, we support you, we love you, we're praying for you, and we're family now, and you can't get rid of us.
Enough of all this emotional stuff. Adam, I asked you and Allie to sing at my wedding. I was kind of offended that you didn't ask me to sing at your wedding. I don't really care because I'm going to do it anyway.
You have a video clip? Can you video?
I'm doing it.
Please accept this song as my gift to you because I seriously did not buy you a gift.
2 minutes.
Are you really shocked that we're doing this right now?
Adam and Allie got married today.
Which is kind of a shock because we thought he was gay.
Top.
And we wish him well and hope he doesn't flop.
Taking your time with the silly toast.
But let's be real, it was more of a roast.
Let's have this party and have a good time.
Drink all you want because it's on Hayes' dime.
Filled with happiness and laughter as they start their
devise a plan
to make her feel welcome in our family.
We'll make fun of her like she's a Hundley-Glover.
It's all in love, let's not start a fight.
But we're gonna make fun of you the rest of your life.
Since you married Adam and took his name,
Sorry to tell you that it makes you fair game.
now that we've come to the end of the show, let the insults begin. Now here we go.
First of all, you're really tall, you big old beanstalk. We just throw a bunch of beans as a kid.
Boom, roasted. Secondly, you chose to have your marriage out on this mountain in the middle of nowhere. Way to make it be super convenient for all your guests.
Thirdly, I saw you get all emotional up there and here today. What are you, a girl or something?
Boom, roasted. Lastly, what's with your taste in guys? If I had known you like chicken legs so much, I just would have bought you a bucket of KFC. Wish them the best as they start their new life. We hope the years will fill their happiness and laughter as they start their journey to Hundley ever after.
That's great.